My radio is down, my helicopter is right there. But this one, look at that, mashallah. This will fly 20 minutes given that, you know, you're flying scale just like this. Right above my head. Turns the head to the same point where it took off from, so the same orientation, and it starts landing. Man, what a sweet, mashallah, beautiful helicopter. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, alishanmao here. Welcome outdoors to my favorite spot and the complete review of this beautiful Huey UH-1 from FlyWing military version RC helicopter. Now you have watched 4-blade version, but I got, alhamdulillah, the authentic 2-blade version right here, because originally this helicopter, the real one has only 2 blades, so having 4 blades does not make any sense, right? This looks much more authentic. So, oh, my jacket is also army color today. Yes, it's really freezing. My hands are freezing. Don't know, suddenly the temperature went below 0. I'm not sure if I can fly it with frozen fingers. But hey, this is FlyWing Huey UH-1. Let's get it ready. Batteries are warming in my car. Let's give it a flight and see how it goes. But before that, let me give you a closer look at it. Okay, let's take a closer look at it, but don't ask me any questions about that helicopter. The beauty is sitting in the background. That helicopter will have its own review, complete details, so stay tuned for that on my channel. Make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell icon and turn on all the notifications, okay? So check this out. This is the Huey UH-1 military scaled version RC helicopter. You have a motor on a tail, okay? So it's not that pitch slider tail running on a belt. It's a motor driven tail with 3-blade propellers this time, okay, and authentic 2-blade main rotor head, which I really like. I actually did not want to have 4-blade version because it doesn't look, you know, real or authentic. Real helicopter does not have that. Now looking at the fuselage, it's very well made, and it actually came with these plastic windows which were not installed, and I had to glue them. In the pictures of FlyWing we have seen they have cut this one out, but here it's black color on the window on the side, and I did not cut it out. If you want, you can cut it out. It will help cool down the motor. Now on the back where the turbine is on original helicopter, we actually have a little bit of vent, and of course this one has holes in it so that you have airflow there. Now the fuselage is actually very well built and looks good. It does not look fragile, and it has some weight on it, so I'm worried if the helicopter will be underpowered or not. To insert the battery, you have to just take this part off, okay, and you have your battery bay. You can install your receiver here. GPS is already installed at the back side. All you had to do is just connect it right here, okay? So there's plenty of space for battery. It takes a 5000 milliamp 4S battery easily. Okay, now the question about the assembly is how difficult is this assembly of this helicopter? I would say it was very, very easy. It came with this module completely already built with H1 installed and everything. All I had to do is slide it in, tighten these 2 screws, and it was done. And after that, install my receiver, connect it to S-bus port, RC in, connect the GPS, and do the H1 setup with assist program. And after that, install the blades, main rotor and tail rotor, charge the battery, and it's ready to fly. And guess what? I have set it up with the Radiomaster TX16S. You have seen the installing the canopy back is very easy. It's magnetic, so very easily, like automatically. Yes, I have set it up with the Radiomaster TX16S, so let's give it a flight and see how it goes, shall we? There's nothing much to see. Yes, for the assembly also, you might want to notice that you have to install the landing skids after assembling it, which is also a piece of cake, and installs with 4 screws. Really easy. Oh, my hands are freezing. I had to keep the batteries in and turn on the heater on full and put the batteries on under the seats because there's a vent and the batteries are getting warm. Oh, my ears are freezing, man. Okay, let's start it. I just realized there are 2 screws missing, which were not in my package, so I will try it. If it works, I will fly it. Otherwise I have to go home, find 2 of those screws, and then fly it again, come back and fly it. So let's see. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's in GPS mode at the moment. Okay, here we go. Okay, takes off well, holds the position properly. It's very windy, as you can see. It's a windy day. Feels a little sluggish. This is how they set it up actually. Controls are good.
1 minute.
Power is enough, I would say. Not like the Bell 206 from FlyWing, which was really underpowered because of the heavy canopy. But this one seems to be okay. Power seems to be really nice and enough. Look how it's holding its position. So I'm just gonna try to just stand here stationary. As the wind is coming, you can see it still holds very well actually, not bad. The sound of 2 blades, man. It really sound good actually. Sound very well. By the way, FlyWing says that it can also do 3D if we want to, but I mean, on the scale helicopters doing 3D, nah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would fly it in 3D mode, which is completely manual, but I wouldn't do 3D. So let me just land and 3D mode. I have set 77% head speed. This is completely manual now. I can see that it's completely manual and not sluggish at all. Much more responsive compared to the GPS mode. Yes, you can see that. So probably it will do 3D, but I'm not in the mood of doing that. And maybe, you know, get something bad because the, you know, 2 screws are missing also. It must be, the main rotor head must be putting a lot of stress and G-forces on the remaining only 2 screws holding the main power combo in there, main unit in there. So doing 3D is not advised, but man, it has plenty of power, mashallah, I can tell you that. it will do inverted. So after I install those screws on the next flight, inshallah, I will actually do some kind of 3D on this one, or at least do some kind of aerobatics. For now, you can see it's really much more responsive, flying in total manual mode. Look at that, beautiful. GPS mode, superb. Becomes your puppy staying at one place. Look at that, mashallah. Nice. I was actually worried that, this will be underpowered, given the, weight of the shell and everything. But with two blade rotor head only, it is actually doing absolutely fantastic job. Plenty of power, man. It is not underpowered like Bell 206 was. When you're flying Bell 206 in GPS mode, in forward flight mode, it tends to give you the signs that, hey man, I'm underpowered, don't fly me fast. But this one, look at that, mashallah, beautiful, man. It has plenty of power. And not to mention, FlyWing also says that with the 75% head speed, you are going to get 20 minutes of flight time with a single fully charged 5000 milliamp battery. How cool is that, man? You don't have to worry about landing the helicopter after 5 minutes or 6 minutes. This will fly 20 minutes, given that you're flying scale just like this. Next, I will inshallah do the flight endurance test, of course. My fingers are completely frozen and they are painful, man. Good thing is, though, I have a GPS helicopter, so I will put this finger in my this hand in my pockets. My pockets are frozen as well, man. Hey man, sweet helicopter, FlyWing. This is really absolutely beautiful helicopter, I would say. Not underpowered, lots of power in this helicopter, and very well made, behaves really good, looks very nice, and two blades main rotor, that's authentic. All right, so I'm gonna go over there and let's just activate RTH and see how it goes. So there I am, tail my side. Return to home. I'll set the throttle to mid. Helicopter climbs up, turns the nose, flies back in, right above my head, turns the head to the same point where it took off from, so the same orientation, and it starts landing. There's a deviation though, a little bit, not much. I actually took off from somewhere here and the winds are pushing it back, a little bit deviation, but it's coming back really nice. Sweet, man, beautiful. Came back and landed itself, very nice. I have 8 minutes 23 seconds on the GPS on the timer right here, so I'm just gonna fly a bit more. Hold on. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So just like this, powering up, spooling up itself. Okay, you just have to increase the throttle a little bit. There it goes. Mid throttle, holds its position. Beautiful, man, mashallah. My radio is down, my helicopter is right there. Okay, 13 minutes 34 seconds. I'm still flying it. Was hovering it for a while, like a minute or so, to take pictures. Man, what a sweet, mashallah, beautiful helicopter. And yes, in GPS position hold mode, it's a little sluggish, but apart from that, it has enough power. So if it's going down while you're on a forward flight mode, you just have to punch the throttle up, you know, and it will get up. Unlike Bell 206, where I had a couple of incidents, it's hitting ground on the forward flight because it comes down really fast. And on this helicopter, you can actually increase the head speed even more if you want. And you can have more, you know, punchy power on the pitch. But I would say running a 77% head speed, 75-80%, I mean 75% is recommended from FlyWing. By FlyWing, they recommend 75%. I just went to 77%, just, you know, tad more, and it's actually doing very well. So 75% recommended head speed is really nice. Later I'll try to change it to 80%, 85%, which will reduce the flight time, but probably it will give me much more, you know, punchy performance, and probably be able to do some 3D as well. Man, this is an absolute joy to fly this helicopter. What we need now are some soldiers, you know. Yes, some toy soldiers to go with this helicopter. That will be nice. That's dangerously close, man. That's dangerously close. Dangerously close. I shouldn't be getting this close, actually. All right, so I'm just gonna give it a forward motion one more time. One spin, come back, land, and check the battery voltage. Beautiful, man. Looks really nice and real in the skies. Okay, where is my landing spot? Right here. Superb, man. Without those two screws, it still flew really well and held everything. I was wondering that maybe the main module will, you know, get loose and burn. I will experience a crash, but hey, it still flew really well. Let me show you what two screws are actually missing, so you don't make mistake of, you know, forgetting those. Where those two screws, if you can see, one is right here and one is down there, and because of that you see it moves. But these two screws and backside that actually held the helicopter main power unit very, very well, and you have watched the flight. The whole flight went really well. So here's the battery. As you can see, after 16 minutes of flight time, I have still 3.7, 3.7, 3.7, 3.7 volts on each cell. As you can see, this is a 5000 milliamp 4S LiPo battery. It's not high voltage, so don't charge it to 4.35 volt. It was Huey UH-1 helicopter, people. I actually flew really well. Now I will conclude, and after that we'll fly this baby. All right, people, thank you very much for watching this flight video of Huey UH-1. It was basically more like a hands-on flight video review of this military scaled version helicopter from FlyWing. Good points, I'm gonna speak about it. Now, it was absolute fun, wonderful to fly. It is not underpowered, as I mentioned during the flight. I was worried that it will be underpowered with 2 blades main rotor head, but it is actually not. On 77% head speed, main rotor head speed, it still has plenty of power for your controls on the pitches and for flight. It's sluggish a little bit in GPS mode, but still controls are very precise and very, very good. So you will not have any issues controlling and flying it around and having fun flying your Huey UH-1 helicopter. Another thing, it has plenty of flight time. With 5,000 milliamp battery, they claim it will give you 20 minutes of flight time, and I would say it sure will, because as you have seen, I have landed after a 16 minutes of flight and my battery was on 3.7 volts per cell. This means I could still, you know, bring it down to 3.5 volts per cell or 3.6 volt per cell, flying 2 more minutes possibly. So this helicopter does have plenty of flight time as they claimed, which is a very, very good thing. And what's more, it will also perform 3D, I believe, because of that power. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go home and, you know, connect it to the assist program and program it to 80-85% main rotor head speed and see how it will do some you know, probably just a loop and roll, not gonna fly inverted. We'll see if it will do those little aerobatics or not. It holds the GPS position very well. RTH works very well, and I'm sure fail-safe RTH will also work very well. Overall, I would say FlyWing Huey UH-1 is absolutely a superb RC scaled military version helicopter. For those scale helicopter lovers, they're simply gonna love it. It's super easy to assemble, very easy to set up, very easy to fly, and simply a beauty in the air. Not to mention 2-blade main rotor head sounds really good as well. So thank you very much for watching this video. If I find any cons about this helicopter, serious one, of course I will inform you after more flights, and stay tuned, because I will also post a video of how to set this helicopter with Radiomaster TX16S and show you my setup as well. So stay subscribed, hit that little bell icon and turn on all the notifications so you stay updated for all the upcoming uploads, because you don't want to miss the flight of FW450 V3. What a beauty right here, man. Come on, you know what to do. Hit that like button. It's right there. I know you can do it. Oh, while you're at it, also hit the subscribe button. Right there. Come on, don't be shy. Just hit it. Thank you very much for all your support towards my work. That I post regular and fresh content on my channel just for you. Hit that like button right there.